Debt happens, and it can spiral out of control. It can be all-consuming, but there is no shame in reaching out and asking for help.
That's where PandA Law steps in. They want to help Nevadans get out of the cycle of debt, and Judah Zakalik from the firm joins us now. Good morning, Judah. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing excellent. Yourselves?
We're doing really good, thank you very much.
Good.
Yeah.
This is, this can be a touchy subject, a little bit taboo sometimes. People get into debt, they feel embarrassed, they feel like it's a personal thing, they get stressed out. But you want people to know that they shouldn't feel alone and they can reach out for help.
That is correct. I tell people all the time, debt is as American as apple pie.
It's true.
Everyone's into it, and there is a lot of shame tied to it. There's a lot of pride tied to FICO scores and things of that nature. And really, people don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk to their friends. They don't want to talk to the family. So we're a safe place where people can come in and we can talk about it. And normally they're going to meet with us, one of the partners, and we're going to take a free consult, half hour, however long it takes, and just kind of figure out what all the options are, what's out there, and address the concerns and the questions that people have.
Right. Yeah, and expanding a little bit on that, I mean, we talked a little bit about that shame some people have with it. So with your consultations, are they confidential?
Yeah.
And what does that process look like?
Yeah, so everything is confidential in the consultation. The process looks like they either come in, hopefully, or we speak to them over the phone and we get a good understanding of what their debt situation looks like, what their financial situation looks like, what their goals are, how they want to accomplish those goals, and then we try to craft a plan that works for them. And normally they're going to meet with myself or Mr. Peters. We're the founding partners of the firm. Sometimes we're very busy, busier than we've ever been, like 16 years since we started the firm. So we have other associate attorneys taking consultations as well. But because it's an attorney-proposed client relationship, everything is confidential, won't be leaving. Sometimes I see clients on the street and I will never acknowledge them. If they come up and say hi to me, great, but I always very much respect people's privacy.
It's almost like a therapist type of thing.
Very much so. Attorneys at law, like counselors at law, is what we're called,
It's true. We've mentioned a few times now that this can feel all-consuming and it's a very embarrassing situation. I'm sure a lot of people watching will feel like no one else has been through what they're going through, but as an expert, I'm sure you can put them at ease and tell them that there are stages that are very similar to everyone else with debt. What are red flags that viewers at home should bear in mind when it comes to it's time to contact someone?
Right. So, I mean, let's start from very, easy red flags to spot to the more kind of subtle ones. So if you get a lawsuit, that's a red flag, right? You should come in and see us right away. If you get served with something, and don't avoid service of a lawsuit, take it so we know what's going on. If you're struggling to pay your monthly bills every month, that's a red flag. If you're drawing from your retirement and your long-term savings, major red flag. If you're having a hard time paying your mortgage or paying your car note, these are all red flags that perhaps your unsecured debt is out of control.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of people might opt for the minimum payment when it comes to debt. I mean, what does that outlook like, and how does PandA's repayment sort of timeline work?
So the minimum payment is everything that your creditor loves, right? You're never paying down the principal, you're paying interest, you're just paying the juice every time, so they're making a lot of profit. So the problem with minimum payments is it's going to take 25 to 30 years to get out of that debt. You're going to pay probably about 300% back. So that's a lot of money, right? So at PandA, either we're going to take you through a bankruptcy that might take a couple months, sometimes 5 years, depending on what kind of bankruptcy it is, or we'll go through a debt settlement program that will take you about 2 years. Get you out of debt 2 years. We have a credit rebuild afterwards. Most people don't understand that they can buy a house a couple years after we're done. They'll have no debt, great credit, and enough money to put down a down payment.
We just kind of touched on it, but could you expand or give any real-world examples of how costly, interest can be to someone when it comes to repaying? For
sure. Well, let's just talk about credit card debt right now, right? And that is right around average 30% interest rate. Okay, but let's just take it at 25%. Let's say you have $20,000 in debt. 25% interest rate means you're paying $5,000 a year just in interest.
Just on the
Just in interest. And your minimum payment is just covering that. If you have payday loans, they're normally like it at around 300%, so you're paying 3 times that amount every year. So it's tough to get out of that.
Yeah, it's a cycle.
Yeah, some people can be really nervous when it comes to even calling a lawyer and getting to that point of saying, okay, I do need some help here. I mean, what makes calling PandA Law different?
So all the time I tell people that's the hardest part. The initial consultation is the hardest part. What's different about us is you're going to sit down with us, right? And we're going to listen to what you have to say. We're going to talk about all possible options. A lot of times you go to a bankruptcy attorney, all they're going to talk about is bankruptcy. You're going to feel kind of pigeonholed or herded into that. Same with debt settlement companies. You call them and all they want to do is debt settlement. But we're going to talk about all possible options. We're even going to talk about things that we don't do. debt consolidation. Sometimes my clients are judgment proof, which means people can't come after them. So we're just going to have a very honest discussion about what your situation is, what your plans are, and how we can help you accomplish those things. And a lot of times it's not us doing anything, it's just kind of giving you a guideline about how to get you out of debt on your own.
Yeah, well, thank you, Jude. I'm hopeful that a lot of people watching at home right now, you've helped and given them the push that they need to contact you guys. So thank you.
You're very welcome.
If you're suffering from debt and need help, PandA Law Firm is here to help. To learn more information or to schedule a consultation, visit pandalawfirm.com.